Hello and welcome to Laredo, Pennsylvania. Here in the hills, Norfolk State comes off with a big victory. Your final score today, 28-16. We're here with the head coach of Norfolk State University, Coach Dawson Odums, in his first road victory in his head coaching tenure here at Norfolk State University. First of all, Coach, we started off both teams on their film possessions did a good job of scoring, getting 7. They kind of handled the first half, I think, on both sides of the ball. We held them, but they sort of controlled the first half. Talk a little about that first half and how you think we came down.
Well, most importantly, I thought we had some chances. We had the ball 3 or 4 times right there at midfield with the short field, and we weren't able to convert. Each time we make a play, we got hit with some penalties, and that was the story in the first half. We had 7 penalties, which really took us out of position. I mean, it took away the ball, took away from the opportunity to continue drives, and that's the biggest thing I think we got to work on going forward, and that was the biggest difference in the first half.
And with a team like Juwan, with a leader like Juwan Carter who can throw the football, we saw him with 5 touchdowns last week. It says a lot about your offensive line in the second half to really dominate this ball game. 315 yards rushing today. That has to be something that you like because most of them came in the second half.
Well, I thought we made some adjustments, but we didn't get away from our game plan. I knew this was we knew going in this team would test our patience, and I take my hat off to the offensive coaches, Coach Sherman. Those guys did a great job of getting the game plan ready. And we just executed better in the second half. That really was the difference.
I think one thing that you talked about before Elizabeth City was us putting a full 60 minutes together. And I think the way we finished the ball game today is something that, as a head coach, you have to like.
Well, I do. I just think it's the signs of the team getting better. I've been saying all along, I thought the 4th game of the season would be our challenge, would be something that we could look at and say, okay, where do we go from here? Because I really thought the 2 teams would be, comparable to each other. I thought it was a good measuring stick, and it turned out to be that way. And it's a gritty win. I thought we got down at halftime, but we came out. I really believe that our process is paying off. But if we just get in line with our discipline and get our penalties down, we could really, really be a fantastic team, and we just want to keep improving on that.
I think in the second half we really did cut on the major penalties, and we forced them into some penalties as well, which is good. But I think when you look at the last 2 plays of the ball game, 3 plays, on third down, going in where they're expecting us to run the football, Juwan rolls out, beats the pressure, gets a touchdown pass to Anthony, who had a drop early in the ball game, and then on the ensuing kickoff, recovered the football, hustling down special teams, did a good job of sealing the football game away. I think that those 2 plays really sealed the ball game, but not only sealed the ball game, but showed us what this team could be.
Well, exactly. It's just execution. I thought the 4th down call by Coach Sherman was a play. We put the ball in our best player hand, and that's number 8, and we trust his decision making. And when you have a player like that at quarterback, you can get a lot of good things done. And then the kick, it was just pretty much just get it over the guy's head. If it hit the ground, we may have a chance. And the guy's executing, and that's really what the belief is all about, is believing and expecting things to happen. And that's big in the process, and we continue that going down the stretch. I think we're going to continue to do some amazing things.
Coach, we'll talk a little bit about Hampton during the week next week, but we get back and then we take on Hampton. What does this win mean as going into a rivalry game like that?
It just means we're 2-2. It just means we're doing things that we need to in order to get victories. The next game is big because it's the next one up, crosstown rival, Battle of the Bay, and I think our guys will be ready for it. This is when you don't need no pregame speech. It's a rivalry, and I think our guys will be ready to play. They're coming off a bye week. They're probably a healthier football team. We're beat up and banged up, so it's testing our grit and testing our toughness, but we'll get them ready to play.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. The Spartans winning today 28-16. For Coach Odums, I'm Ross Gordon. Thank you for watching NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade.
Behold, the green and gold.